The Honorable Prime Minister, Admiral Retired Joseph Marama, Ambassador of Japan to Fiji, His Excellency Kawakami Fumihiro, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Isambolo Vinaka, Konnichiwa, and a very good afternoon to you all. It is my honor to welcome you all to today's auspicious occasion of the signing of the exchange of notes and record of discussions for the emergency loan for COVID-19 response signed between the Honorable Prime Minister of Fiji and His Excellency the Ambassador of Japan. Fiji and Japan have deep bilateral relations exceeding 50 years, where mutual cooperation has extended to a vast spectrum of areas. Today signifies the further strengthening of our bilateral relations with the signing of the emergency loan for COVID-19 response. Without further ado, it is now my honor to invite the Honorable Prime Minister and His Excellency Ambassador of Japan to sign the two documents. I kindly invite the Honorable Prime Minister and the Ambassador for the photo opportunity with the media.
Thank you.
At this juncture, it is my honor to invite His Excellency Ambassador of Japan to deliver his official remarks.
The Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Fiji and Minister for Itoke Affairs, Sugar Industry and Foreign Affairs, Rear Admiral Josiah Borenge Bainimarama, distinguished guests, media partners, ladies and gentlemen, Ura Binaka. I extend my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister for the hospitality accorded to us this afternoon. I hear the Honorable Prime Minister has just returned from his tour of the Northern Division in the aftermath of Tropical Cyclone Yasa and Tropical Cyclone Ana. Before I proceed further, I wish to convey my deepest sympathies to people of Fiji for the suffering and destruction caused by this natural disaster. Today is an auspicious day for Japan-Fiji relations as well as for enhancing Fiji's resilience against the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. As we have just formalized the emergency loan for COVID-19 response, it is also my great honor to have formalized this emergency loan with the Honorable Prime Minister. As this loan is the largest in Japan's long history of aid assistance to Fiji, I'm very pleased to say that through this yen loan, Japan will provide a total funding of approximately 200 million Fijian dollars, which equates to approximately 12% of Fiji's total revenue of this fiscal year. With exceptionally concessional conditions such as interest rate of 0.01%, 15-year repayment period, and 4-year grace period. Through this emergency yen loan, the government of Japan aims to support Fijian government's efforts to stabilize and revitalize the Fijian economy, in addition to strengthen the healthcare system. Taking this opportunity, I'd like to highlight how Japan-Fiji relations have grown from strength to strength over years. In 1970, Japan established diplomatic relations immediately after Fiji's independence, and since then, in the last 50 years, Japan and Fiji have fostered the close friendship and become significant partners at the regional as well as international level. Based on the concrete accomplishment of Palm 8 held in 2018, which has a distinguished participation of the Honorable Prime Minister Bainimarama, including the bilateral meeting with then Prime Minister Abe. The government of Japan elevated its relations with Fiji to a higher level. In 2019, Mr. Kono Taro, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan, visited Fiji, which marks 32 years since the last visit by the Japanese Foreign Minister. During this occasion, Minister Kono delivered his address on Japan's policy on Pacific Island countries and emphasized that the government of Japan will strengthen its commitment and enhance the cooperation in the field of maritime issues, connectivity improvement, climate change, and disaster management. This policy is further succeeded by the new Prime Minister of Japan, His Excellency Mr. Suga Yoshihide, who was inaugurated in September last year. Prime Minister Suga has declared the goal of achieving carbon neutral net zero greenhouse gas emission status by 2050. Prime Minister pleased when he received the reports that the Honorable Prime Minister Bainimarama strongly encouraged this commitment through Twitter. Japan and Fiji are significant partners tackling not only climate change but also closely cooperating in addressing key global issues on the international stage, and we hope to further deepen cooperation in the future. Being a key development partner of Fiji, Japan started its official development assistance to Fiji in 1979 and has been contributing a total of approximately 1.2 billion Fijian dollars over the last 40 years to 2019. In addition, especially since last year, with the inclusion of this emergency loan, Japan is contributing 330 million Fijian dollars to Fiji. The funding includes standby loan for disaster recovery and reconstruction, rehabilitation for 3 high schools in Kandabu, the regional project for immunization strengthening programs in collaboration with WHO and UNICEF, and the detailed design phase of the Tamabua Iwai Bridge. I'm privileged that on behalf of the government of Japan, today I'm able to facilitate the emergency loan for COVID-19 response at the time when Fiji, a regional leader and the closest partner of Japan in the Pacific, is facing unprecedented challenge. I conclude with confidence that this emergency loan was provide a meaningful basis for a stronger recovery and revitalization of the Fijian economy, as well as further strengthen friendship between the governments and the peoples of Japan and Fiji. Minaka Bakarebu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador, for those excellent remarks. It is now my honor to invite the Honorable Prime Minister of Fiji to deliver his official remarks.
Your Excellency, I must apologize if you can make out some words that I used, because I've just returned from the dentist and half of my face is still numb, still not with me. Your Excellency, Ambassador Kawakami Fumihiro, ladies and gentlemen, Yandra Vinaka, Bula Vinaka, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you all. Let me begin with a sincere thank you to the government and the people of Japan for the solidarity they have shown the Fijian people through this pandemic. Vinaka Bakalevu. Excellency, Fiji is a COVID-contained country. For more than 300 days, we have defended our people from any local transmissions of the virus. Today, we are the only places in the world where we can gather as we do today without risking anyone's health. But that remarkable achievement is not without a cost, as you know. Our borders are closed, our hotels are empty of tourists, our fleet of planes is virtually grounded, and our tourism industry has come to a standstill. And government revenues, as you will understand, have been sapped at a time when we need unprecedented resources behind building our climate resilience. As you've noted, Your Excellency, I've just returned from the Northern Division last week, where communities were ravaged by the two cyclones, Cyclone Jasa and Cyclone Ana, in the span of a month. These stronger storms, together with the rising seas, the floods, and the changing weather cycles, threatens our people's lives, our livelihoods, as well as years of our socio-economic progress. As we saw with Cyclone Ana, massive rains and the swollen rivers that follow can wash away progress as easily as eroding coastlines, making work like that of the Nandi River project imperative. But the best way to build resilience over the long term is to bring our COVID-stricken country fully back to life. This support from the Japanese government, Your Excellency, today will allow us to further strengthen our COVID defenses, particularly our public health systems. And it will equip our frontline workers as we prepare to step through the door of a post-pandemic future. Of course, that key to the door, as everyone understands, is vaccines. And that is why we are advocating at every opportunity for equitable access to vaccines for our people. We cannot wait on the wealthy world's recovery. We must see our people protected alongside Americans, alongside Australians and Kiwis and the Japanese, and of course, the rest of the developed world. Anything short of that would be a moral and medical failure. I know this pandemic, Your Excellencies, has been painful for the Japanese people, and you have our sincere sympathies for the loss of life you've experienced. On the long list of occasions lost to the coronavirus, the deferment of the 2020 Olympics was among the most sobering. But your plans to host the Global Games this summer in Tokyo gives us all hope that life as we knew it is within reach. And we look forward to watching Team Fiji compete in our chance to defend our gold medal in Rugby Sevens, of course. Before then, of course, Your Excellency, I look forward to the Palm 9 meeting in June, and to all the opportunities ahead to strengthen the friendship between our countries. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu.